Thank you, Acting President. I support much of what this motion calls for. Of course, the government must invest in renewable energy and storage projects to pave the way for the reduction in fossil fuels. And I thank the government for their recent commitment to the big battery in Moorabool in my electorate, which will provide a key component of an overall greening of the power system in Victoria. The state government must help homeless Victorians by investing in new public housing. Now is the time when money and labour are in ready supply to get on with this overdue investment. We must employ more people, especially women, in education, healthcare and social support to ensure no Victorians slip through the cracks at a time of extraordinary economic stress. We must restore our natural environment, protect habitats and animals, recycle waste and protect our waterways. While this motion talks about restoring our natural environment and planting trees and native vegetation, which are ideas I support and applaud, it fails to tackle the main reason these things aren't done. One of the major drivers of despoliation of the natural environment, animal agriculture. I note that Mr Finn waxed lyrical about his love of trees. Many people I know would be ecstatic to know that no doubt Mr Finn also is mortified at the enormous loss of trees due to animal agriculture. I'm sure everyone is well aware of the terrible razing of the Amazon for cattle grazing. But the fact is that this happens everywhere, including here in Australia and here in Victoria, for a sector that is also high in terms of emissions and water usage. It is a major driver of habitat loss for native species, a subject that will be discussed at some length in the upcoming biodiversity inquiry conducted by the Environment and Planning Committee of this House. This is to say nothing of the runoff of effluent into freshwater bodies from intensive agriculture operations. If nothing is done to assist farmers to transition to sustainable plant-based harvests both here and around the world, it's hard to see how any new deal can be made green. Without changes to more sustainable farming practices, we cannot solve the regular emergence of new zoonotic diseases and increasingly regular pandemics, the elimination of emissions required to address the climate emergency, restoring our natural environments, including our waterways and wildlife, protecting threatened species and, importantly to many, providing justice to animals brought into being solely to be used as food for humans. My party and I support the call for a modern New Deal that works for ordinary people and the planet, and we just want it made greener. I congratulate Dr Ratnam for bringing this important matter to the House, and it will have my full support.